Chat was good. I hope all y'all are doing well. Happy Father's Day to all the wonderful fathers out here in this world, man. You know, blessings and hold on, blessings. My bad, y'all, and love to everybody. And again, happy Father's Day. Y'all already know what's up. We're gonna get in this video, man. I could not believe this when it popped up the other day. I've been doing videos on other things, so that's why I didn't get to this. But we're gonna get right into this, man, because I am flabbergasted, bro. I had somebody come in here the other day and they was arguing with me about this whole Floyd Mayweather situation, man. Very, very, defensive with me, arguing with me, heated with me over what I was saying about Floyd Mayweather. And to see this play out the way it's played out now, I am beyond. Like, you are blessed to be a billionaire in your life. And you got people saying first of all, we just talked about he dealing with a felony the other day where he has been accused by a jeweler of writing a bad $200,000 check and never making that right. And people made excuses about that. I heard some boxers making excuses saying, oh man, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. It's now coming out that this man on taking $4 million and left. $4.6 million. Now, according to this report out of allhiphop.com, it said Floyd, basically, he's been hit again with another legal claim. Now, they're saying CSI Entertainment, you guys, are saying that they paid Floyd Mayweather $4.6 million in advance money for exclusive rights to 2 mega fights. And they're saying now he's ghosted them. Listen, this dude is going to end up in prison for the rest of his natural life if these allegations are true, because he's already got criminal complaints on the 200,000. This is 4.6 million. This is 4.6 million. I for the life of me, I cannot believe this. 4.6. They're saying that this man walked off with 4.6 million, y'all. That is insane. You already are in court with you got 2 felonies against you, if I'm not mistaken. He got 2 felonies facing up to 24 years, over $200,000. A bad check over the watch. Now they've hit you and said that you also took $4.6 million and left. This nigga this is gonna be the biggest fall off in the history, I think, of the entire world, man. Of anybody who we know had money. For you to make $1.5 billion and not be able to cut a $200,000 check now. And now they're saying that they gave you a $4.65 million advance for they're saying the promoters say they gave Floyd $4.5 million to his management company, First Apex Venues, with Floyd personally signing off on the whole deal, and then he walked away like nothing ever happened, they said. This man is trying to spend the rest of his life in prison. They said the day after they cut him a separate $150,000 advance check that he announced he was fighting a Greek kickboxer by the name of Mike Zambidis instead of Mike Tyson, and that he did it completely with a different promoter. Bro, this is shady. This nigga, they gonna send this nigga to prison forever. They're gonna send Floyd to prison forever, bro. There's no way he got charges on a $200,000 case and they don't bring up serious charges on him. $4.6 million, bro, that will put you in prison for the rest of your life. These are white collar type of crimes, bro. Chat, are y'all not seeing this, chat? These are white collar crimes that will get you in prison for the rest of your natural life. It says CSI says they were supposed to have the exclusive rights to an exhibition match against Mike Tyson, followed by a rematch with Manny Pacquiao, in which Floyd would risk his 50-0. Remember, I told y'all this? He says, but that's not the worst part. Now it says, according to TMZ, Floyd Mayweather secretly signed a separate deal. This is a shiesty ass nigga if this is true. He secretly signed a separate deal to stream the Pacquiao fight on Netflix from the Sphere in Las Vegas, completely violating CSI's exclusive agreement. Bro, they're going to put this nigga in prison. They're going to put him in prison, bro. They're going to put him in prison, bro. They're going to put him in prison, man. They're going to put Floyd in prison, bro. That nigga, he going to prison. Bro, watch. I promise y'all, if he don't get that money back, they're going to come up with charges on this. And they come up with charges on $4.65 million, he's going to prison for the rest of his life. Because you're already facing 24 years on the 200,000. If they file criminal charges for the $4.65 million, he's done. And they can file criminal charges because the other group just filed criminal charges on the watch and said Floyd wrote him a bad check and ghosted him with the watch, the Audemars. This is wild work, man. This nigga is going to be in prison for the rest of his life, bro. And I never thought I would see the day. I never thought I would see this day. And y'all hit the like button as y'all come in here, share the video, like the video. It says that CSI is asking the court to stop the Zambidis fight scheduled for next week, you guys, and block the Netflix event. They're also seeking damages, or at least, right, their money back, claiming that they have already invested significant time and resources in promoting both the Mike Tyson and the Manny Pacquiao fights. Right? This is wild, man. And they talk about the 2 felonies that Floyd is facing coming up, man. This is just, again, bro, you're supposed to fight them. And I'm sad, man. I'm sad to see that this all ended up like this, but you kind of knew it. You were just watching Floyd and the way he was talking to people and acting like he was dealing with the best people. It always seemed like he was just around shady people anyways. It seemed like he was shady and around shady type cats. But to see this now, to see the way that this played out, I mean, damn, bro. This is probably near the worst I've ever seen. Ever. It has to be up there, bro. Chat, it has to be up there. I mean, when you look at this situation with Floyd Money Mayweather, man, he's going to, somebody said 50 tried to warn him. 50 can't be talking. I mean, I like 50, but he can't be talking, man. 50 don't went through his alleged bankruptcy issues, so he don't want to talk about that because he's got a girl that's already talking something about that and making allegations against him on that. 50 need to kind of just stay out of this stuff. If to be honest with you, he always clowning somebody, but he's had his own issues. 50's not one to be clowning people. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? When you got your own personal issues, when you got people like 50's baby mom out here accusing him of the things she accusing him of, and all that, 50 don't need to say nothing. Let's just be honest. Y'all always run to that in the comment section. Oh, well, 50, man, 50, well, who is 50? To be over that man's life. I like 50. He's a great rapper, but nah, man, sometimes you just need to fall in the cut and be quiet because you're going to bring that extra attention on you. And remember, 50 got claims going on against him. So, again, I look at this situation, man, I'm flabbergasted. Just to be completely transparent and honest with everybody, man, this man is going to really end up being in prison for the rest of his life. I never thought I would see the day that Floyd Mayweather ended like this. I never thought I would see it, chat. I never thought. Never thought I'd see it. Never thought I'd see the day. And that's just me being real with everybody. I never thought that it would come down to this. I always thought, okay, at least he'll be somewhere where head or above water. But to see him drown out like this, they saying, ladies and gentlemen, they're saying he left and stole $4.6 million and dipped. That's crazy. That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. $4.6 million, and then you just get the hell up out of here. And this is the same thing they said with the watch. He's being charged criminally with the watch. Imagine if they go criminal with this. That man is, you know how many years you can face in prison for stealing $4.6 million? That's like if you walk in the bank. Think about this, chat. And y'all smash the like button as y'all come in here, share the video, like the video. Think about if you walk in a bank, and you walk in that bank, and you rob the bank of $4.6 million. You're going to prison for life. You're going to prison for life. So this is the same analogy with Floyd Mayweather. This is the same analogy with Mayweather. If you take $4.6 million from somebody, walk away, and just ignore the whole agreement, that is theft. You're going to go to prison forever. And they said he signed the paperwork. And to the people who said white folks, we ain't talking about white folks. We talking about Floyd Mayweather. When we talk about white folks, you don't watch those videos, Yolanda Williams. So stop trying to do that. Y'all always come in here, what about white folks? Well, no, we talking about black folks. We talk about white folks all the time. Y'all don't watch those videos. Period. So I don't want to hear about that. Go over there, and why don't you become a prosecutor and go prosecute white folks? If that's how you feel, Yolanda. Because y'all keep saying this dumb shit, and we talk about white folks all the time in this type of stuff. We talk about it all the time on our networks. And yeah, like I said, y'all don't watch those. Y'all mysteriously don't get the notifications for those videos. You don't want, and I can show you. You don't want to watch those videos. Then y'all come in here when this man who have ran around all these different folks, right? Now you want to shift the blame. No, we ain't shifting the blame. Floyd Mayweather has been accused of stealing $4.6 million. What do you have to say about that? We don't want to hear about, oh, well, they did this. No. We talking about accountability within our own community, right? Because, see, if you have no accountability in your own house, you can't even talk about nobody else's house. Imagine somebody not having accountability in their own community. We're talking about somebody else. Think about that, right? So we talk about this stuff all the time. All the time. And if you are subscribed to my other channels, the links are in the description box below this video. If you're subscribed to my other channels, you'll see it. You won't miss it. We talk about this all the time. Right? All different types of scenarios. The problem is y'all don't want to watch the videos. You don't look in the description box. You don't subscribe to the other channels I have. You don't watch any of that content. I don't even put a lot of that content on this channel because y'all don't watch it. So I might as well put it on another channel where the algorithm is for those type of videos. Right? Because you have some people that say, hey, Ticket, well, why you don't talk about that much on this channel? Because y'all don't watch it on this channel. The algorithm don't push it to y'all on this channel. So I got a whole nother channel where I mainly talk about stuff like that. Right? Where the algorithm is going to be shifted to that. And I actually post that content on this channel in the I put it in the community post. That's where I put it. I put it in the community post of this channel. So if you go to this channel, you'll see a lot of the videos I did on my other channels and other networks in the community post. It's right there. Right? Where I talk about everything. Right? I talk about everything. So it's just something that needs to be, brought to the general public and spoken about on a bigger level, right? On a bigger level, right? And that's just what it is. That's just what it is, right? But to see this situation right here with Floyd Mayweather, who talked down on so many black folk, and he surely did talk down on so many black folks, right? And so to be at the point he's at right now, I mean, he better hope that they don't file criminal charges against him. This man spent the rest of his life in prison. If these people, because remember, He's already been charged with $200,000 situation. Ladies and gentlemen, if these people right here that are suing Floyd Mayweather, if these people for over this $4.6 million they say he stole, if they turn this into a criminal case, he going to prison. Especially if he signed that contract and took that money and ghosted them. He going to prison for the rest of his life. Because you would have to think he has those other charges, which he's facing up to 24 years, and then you have this. Looking real bad, man. It's going to be looking real bad, man. It's going to be looking real bad, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all, man. I'm not going to hold y'all. You know, me personally, man, y'all see what it is. Y'all see what it is. Yeah, he went and supported Ryan Garcia. Floyd Mayweather went and supported Ryan Garcia after he went on a racist rant. Like, come on, bro. That's all y'all need to know. That's why he don't get no more respect on the whistle, bro. Shout out to my boy James in the building. Salute, man. And like I told y'all, sometimes, man, the man upstairs will humble you like this. He'll break you down like this, man. You know, he'll expose you in front of the whole world like this. You know, you keep capping. Right? This is the type of stuff that can happen. Real talk, man. And so that man, he sided with a stone cold racist. When Ryan Garcia was talking all that shit and doing all that racist stuff after he cheated Devin Haney, Floyd Mayweather went the other route with it. He was like, nah. He went and rocked with Ryan Garcia. Right? Is that my boy, the Swarty Wizard in here, man? Man, I ain't seen this boy in forever, man. I always got love for the Swarty Wizard, man. He always supported and showed love to my channel, man. Yo, Swarty Wizard, man, salute to you, brother. Oh, you be popping up out of nowhere, dog. I ain't seen you in a long time, man. Salute to you, dog. That's one of the original supporters of this channel. Real talk. Shout out to my boy, the Swarty Wizard, man. I don't even be seeing that cat no more, man. When you be popping up, you pop up, man. Salute to you, dog. I see you in the building, man. I know why. It's probably because I don't be doing no basketball videos like that no more, man. But, man, salute to you, dog. That was one of the originators, bro. Swarty Wizard would come in here and lay it down. Real talk. Big dog status. You heard me? Shout out to the Swarty Wizard, man. Always showing love. Years of showing love and support to the channel. If he don't never do it again, he get a salute. That's facts. That's for a lot of y'all was even around. He already know. This is around the 50,000 subscriber, 25,000 subscriber mark. You know? That's real. So, but yeah, so Floyd, like I told y'all, man, bro, he better hope they don't go criminal, man. He better hope they don't go criminal. If they go criminal on this, he going to prison for the rest of his life. Floyd is what, 50 now? He's already facing 24 years in prison. Let's just say, bro, let's just say he only get like 5 or 10 on that, right? If he's convicted. If he gets charged on this, the 4.65 million, he gone, bro. Wheezy out of here. He gone. If he gets hit with a criminal complaint where they file criminal charges on this 4.65 million, he's done. He done. You ain't never gonna see or hear about it again. He's out of here, bro. He's out of here. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, bro. You're gonna be in prison for the rest of, because that's gonna be almost like a, let me see something. Let me see how many years that would be. Hold on. Let me see. So if this went criminal, you guys, this case, this is not even a $200,000 case, right? But this case right here, Floyd Mayweather could serve up to 25 years in prison for this. They would call it grand larceny, grand theft, right? Because it goes over $100,000. And it would be treated as a top-tier felony, right? So, most definitely. So, yeah, that will put him out of there. Especially if he had to do it, like, concurrently. Yeah, that gets him up out of here. That puts him out of here. That he ain't come back. He ain't no coming back from that. He does that, ain't no coming back. No doubt about it. How you doing, Doris? Salute to you. I always see you in the chat room steady. Salute to you. You know? So I look at that situation, you guys, and I say, this is the reason why. When you get up like that, you don't demonize people, bro. Because there's no way you get up like Floyd was up. Billy. And now you can't even pay $200,000 tabs. You're allegedly taking $4.6 million and walking off with it. Wow, work, man. And if they got him on paperwork and they got him literally signing, because they said he personally signed, he ain't getting around that. I know Floyd got a lot of fans. Y'all hit the like button. I know he got a lot of fans, a lot of people who support him, man. He's not getting around that, man. He ain't getting around it. I know y'all want him to get it. He's not getting around that, bro. He's not getting. They got him on paperwork. Him signing. He ain't getting around it. He's going to prison. I'm trying to be honest with y'all. I'm trying to be honest with y'all. And that nigga still got so many fans that believe, oh, he got money, man. He be like, man, this nigga, if this nigga having to take loans and walking off with them shits, if he can't pay a $200,000 tab, bro, it's bad. It's real bad. I would question, has he started selling his assets? Right? I would question that. Right? I literally would question, has Floyd recently sold assets? And he has. He has. In fact, Floyd Mayweather has quietly sold off several of his high-profile luxury assets. And nobody knows this. The private jet sold. The Air Mayweather jet. Right? And that's the FAA flight records have confirmed that Mayweather officially sold that iconic private jet. Right? Which had been a part of his money persona after being pursued by creditors over unpaid jet fuel liens. Right? So he paid, he did the jet. The Beverly Hills mansion. He listed that mansion for $48 million, but sold it for just $11.5 million. Right? He took a staggering $14 million loss compared to the $25.5 million he paid for it in 2017. The Miami Beach mansion, he sold that. Right? For $22 million in an off-market deal, requiring the buyer to assume his remaining $13 million mortgage. So Floyd still had a $13 million mortgage on that. That's wild, bro. Floyd, he also sold off his retail gym chain. And to the person who said I'm capping, I'm not capping, bro. I have actual evidence of everything I'm saying. In fact, I'll show you. I love it when a nigga come on here and say I'm capping, like they do in the comment section. Y'all see how he say I'm capping, right? So everybody in the comment section, y'all see how this nigga say I'm capping, right? See, when he say I'm capping, I don't have no reason to cap, bro. I got like evidence on everything I say. Let me put this on the screen for you, brother. Floyd Mayweather sells knockout Florida mansion for $22 million just month after listing it for $48 million, right? He sold it. He sold it, dog. He sold it, dog. See, you don't want to do this with me, brother. It's right there. It's right there. He sold it. He sold it. You see it right there? You see that right there, brother? Yeah, he sold it, brother. Matter of fact, let me make that a little bit bigger for you. I know you might have a little bit of vision problems. You see that? I just want to make sure you see what I'm talking about. Right? So, but in case you don't believe that, right, since you said somebody capping, right, in case you don't want to believe that, okay, cool, no problem. You don't want to believe that. I also told you he sold off that boxing gym, right? Did I tell you he sold off that boxing gym? Yeah, he sold it off. Sold it off. Right? Matter of fact, let me show y'all. My bad. Why did I take it off the screen? See that right there? See that right there? In the last 18 months, this is on Business Insider, you guys. Last 18 months, 2 of Floyd Mayweather commercial properties have been foreclosed. And he's at risk of losing a Las Vegas building that houses his strip club girl collection over $52,000 in back property taxes and penalties. He has been accused in lawsuits of failing to pay for millions of dollars in luxury items, including watches on high-end jewelry, allegations he has disputed. Now, Mayweather, right, has been pursued by creditors over his heir Mayweather, the Gulfstream, all these things. He sold his mansions in Beverly Hills and Miami to two of his real estate partners, right, right? Business Insider reviewed hundreds of pages of public records and interviewed dozens of current and former friends and business associates about Mayweather's finances and his team, which includes a convicted felon who's been named in several lawsuits against Floyd Mayweather, right? It says he doesn't seem to have guardrails that were in place, right? It says a Las Vegas attorney who represented Mayweather during his professional fighting career in various business and legal matters told Business Insider, right? So to all the people who say this is cap, no, this is not cap. I have no reason to come here and lie to you, right? I have no reason to come up here and lie to you, dog. I know y'all want to think I'm just, trying to bang on this dude. It's not cap. It's true. It's right here, right? It's a very, very, very sad story. Very sad story. When you get up this much in the game, right? And I'm going to tell you something. One fight is not going to do it. That nigga's going to have to fight like 5 more fights. He going to have to fight 5 more fights to get back to this, right? So he sold off his retail chain, gym chain, y'all. More than half of 70 franchise locations had completely shut down. And he's currently being sued by a group of franchisees who says that he misled them. Floyd got so many lawsuits that he got going on, man. Right? He borrowed $54 million from a high-interest financier, putting up 14 of his remaining residential properties, his Mercedes Maybach, and his Las Vegas strip club girl collection as collateral. He also faces foreclosure on 2 other commercial properties and an IRS tax lien exceeding $7 million. Right? So, yeah, man, he's, you go ahead. It's a wrap for the kids, man. It's a wrap for the kids, man. Right? And he's quietly, all this stuff has quietly been going on. Like, and now it's getting put out here in the public, right? It's now getting all put out here in the public. You always wonder how did Floyd lose all his friends, all the people that was around him, take his chicks and shit like that? I mean, when you're a bad person, bad things happen to you. When you a bad person, I'm gonna say it like that. Bad things gonna happen to you, right? So to say all of that, this is the only thing that's gonna make people probably want to watch his fight, is that he got so much controversy around him. This is the only thing that'll make people watch that Pacquiao fight. If he was still to go fight Pacquiao and they promoted it right, that would do numbers. He would make a lot of bread. But he's going to have to come back and fight. Watch. Floyd is going to have to come back and fight 4 or 5 times to get back up in the game, clear his shit, and then he going to have to just go sit down somewhere. But he's going to have to fight, and he's going to have to win mega fights and fight people want to see. Like, to get the money Floyd's going to want to get, he going to have to do something stupid, sell his O and fight Terrence Crawford. If he bring Terrence Crawford out of retirement and fight him, if he beats Manny Pacquiao, which I don't see him doing. But that's the type of shit he'll have to do to financially get out of that bond. He would have to come back, beat Manny Pacquiao, right? He would have to beat Pacquiao. Then he would have to fight somebody else that's real enough to get him over $100 million payday. And then he would have to fight a guy like a Terrence Crawford out of retirement in a fight where he can make $500 million. And then just, back out, pay everybody off, and just live on his means for the rest of his life. That's literally what he would have to do. he ain't because he wasn't smart the whole time. See, if Floyd was as smart as he thought he was, Floyd would have been this whole time. Floyd, you know how much money Floyd would have been made streaming this whole time? He is a character. Floyd's a character, right? He's a character. If Floyd would have been the whole time, even when he was rich, Floyd Mayweather, if he had somebody streaming it, because you had so many people following you all the time, and you always wanted to publicize your lifestyle. If he would have had somebody that he had on the film crew, just filming him and streaming him the whole time, you know how much money Floyd would have made? He'd have been able to take care of himself just off that streaming money. He would have made triple the streaming money AB and them making. Floyd Mayweather probably got so many deals. He would have made so much money if he would have just been streaming. Think about this. If all he had to do is, if he streamed himself, shout out my boy Hitman in the building, salute to Hitman X. If he was streaming himself, dude would have made so much money, it'd have been crazy. He would have made so much money, it would have been insane. The money he made. Right? The money he made, it'd have been insane. Everybody would be like, damn, this nigga making bread. But see, when you didn't do that, when all this time that was going along and you don't do that, you put yourself in horrific positions. So he all that time, Floyd could have gotten the commentary. He could do all these things to keep his bread flowing. Right? But he didn't want to do that. You have to still be able to work, especially if you're going to live the way he lived. He ain't go just sit down somewhere and just be happy with one house, have the house paid off, have his cars paid off, and all he got to do is pay insurance, taxes, and you know, his monthly bills like electricity and stuff like that. Which really he should have. Floyd Mayweather, if he was smart, he would have went and got solar panels all over his thing, so he didn't have to pay all that. He would have got solar energy, all this stuff. Right? It's wildly insane to me. Right? That now it's about to be all on the line, man. And again, I don't have that much compassion for a nigga who sat out here and that nigga sided with a stone cold racist and Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, stone cold racist. Floyd Mayweather took his side. Stone cold racist. Not only did Floyd take his side, he stood 10 toes on that shit. So I can never respect a guy like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You stood with a racist, bro. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you stood with a racist over Devin Haney, a guy who you been around, who been around your gym, who you know what I'm saying, was coming up under your father a little bit and his dad, and you did that type of shit. Like, don't make no sense, bro. I don't care what type of heat you had with the Haney. You supposed to stand on that. Like, nah, bro, I'm standing with Haney, man. You a racist. Floyd ain't do that. He ain't do that. Right? So he better hope they don't come up with criminal charges, bro. He come up with criminal charges, bro, he really gonna spend the rest of his life in prison. No question about it. So hopefully he get that shit fixed, and hopefully get his life right, man. He's gonna need to do that. That's something he's gonna need to do. We definitely gonna see. We definitely gonna see how it pan out. You know what I mean? Well, you said 50 said Floyd couldn't read. 50 needs to be reading the allegations against him. You know, again, 50 needs to be reading the allegations against him. Y'all keep saying that in the comments. Well, 50 did say. Y'all act like 50's God. Don't you know that 50 Cent has had so many things that happen? He calls himself a gangster. So you think he had a clean situation himself? It's like the pot calling the kettle black, right? I hate when y'all use that 50 like, oh yeah, well 50 did say, nigga, 50 don't have his problems. Didn't 50 file for bankruptcy before? Or was the girl telling the truth when she said he lied? See, that's why 50 don't need to say nothing. If I'm 50, I fall to the cut. I don't need to say nothing. I got that type of shit on my helmet. These are facts. But y'all don't want to answer that in the comment section. I know. Y'all don't want to answer that. Right? Y'all don't want to answer that. But he going to have to sell that O. Floyd Mayweather going to have to sell that O. He going to have to sell that O. I'm telling y'all this right now. He going to sell that O. That O is getting sold. No question about it. He's selling that O. He's selling that O. Right? So that shit's off GP for everybody. Right? That's just off GP for everybody, right? Didn't I tell y'all this? Right? This is real. So yeah, man. See how they get quiet when I say that stuff about 50, they get quiet. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you can be a fan of 50. Like, I'm a fan of 50, but yeah, it's just kind of hypocritical, the things that he's like, all the things he's been accused of, and then you laugh at people who get accused of things, but you've been accused of some of these same things. It's just like it don't seem right. You know? It don't seem right. It's off. You know what I mean? It's off. Right? It seems off. So, again, y'all gotta let me know. Do y'all agree with that in the comments? Because I don't see nobody, like, when I say that, people get quiet. Like, y'all use people who've been accused of things. If you don't like somebody, you don't care if somebody else has been accused of something. You'll use them against them if it benefits you. I won't do that. Because once I seen when what you call them dropped that shit with 50, I didn't even know 50 had been hit with them allegations in the past, and had went to court and stuff like that. I didn't even know this. This stuff was kind of, but that era, it wasn't like what we do now. So you see all this stuff in the news every day. That was swept under the rug very well for years. You see? So again, that's my feelings on it. That's my feelings on it. Right? Yeah, my volume's good. My volume's good. Sometimes when I get a little bit away from the mic, it acts like that. I don't know why it does that. It should just be acting crazy sometimes. You know, I be checking myself on the streams, you guys. It sounds well. I don't know what's wrong with some of y'all. I think it's y'all's volume, because when I check myself on the stream, it sounds normal. Like even now, look, it sounds normal. I be checking myself on the streams, you guys. See, sounds normal. So when you say check your volume, no, it's your volume. It's not mine. Mine's normal. I've already checked it. I'm listening live to myself. So yeah. But most definitely, you guys, y'all let me know what y'all feel about this whole situation, man. Let me know what y'all thinking. That's very important. What y'all feel, what y'all thinking about this. You dig?